Hey, welcome back, offenders. Remember, offend fascists and fascism at every turn. Be proud to be an offender. I am. So, yeah, did Donald Trump order the hit on Rob Reiner and his wife? This is not as far-fetched as you think, folks. Controversy surrounds this creature known as Donald Trump, this Jabba the Hutt abominable creature. It goes way back, the controversy surrounding him and people closely associated with him meeting an early and untimely demise. The two managers of his failed casinos in Atlantic City mysteriously die in a helicopter crash. How about that? All the helicopters Donald Trump's ever been in, he never mysteriously died in a helicopter crash. But these two managers who had the goods on him and had the goods on the mismanaged casinos and why they failed, they just seem to die mysteriously in a helicopter crash, and everything they know dies with them. And then we have Ivana Trump, who threatens to spill the goods on him, mysteriously falls down the stairs. And now that's a weird thing, right? There's always a red flag when someone falls down the stairs, right? Did Trump have her pushed down the stairs? Maybe. This is certainly within his purview to do something like this. Epstein. I mean, come on, folks. Epstein, do we really think that he committed suicide? In fact, we know now from the facts that have been released thus far that he did not commit suicide. That there's no way he could have committed suicide. So he was murdered in jail. And he didn't have a cellmate at that time, while the guards were looking the other way. So did Trump have his hand in that? Donald Trump have his hand in that, along with Donald Barr? Or Bill Barr. Sorry, Donald Barr is his father who hired Epstein at that private high school or private school in Manhattan. And then Jeffrey, one of the most notable victims of Epstein, commits suicide. How many times have we heard of this about the committing suicide, right? Why would she commit suicide? Now, her family claims, it was suicide, but, they could be scared to death right now. And they've been told, you pursue this, you push this any further, same thing's going to happen to you. Did Trump order the hit on Jeffrey? Make it look like a suicide. This guy is bad news. He's evil. Is he capable of all this? Absolutely he is. Did he do all of it? I don't know. Maybe. Probably, even. But we don't know for sure. But hey, cui bono, right? He's suspect number one in all these deaths. Suspect number one, in my opinion. And here's another one, because Rob Reiner was one of his many nemesis. And there's an interesting twist on this one. It's not every day you find people like Rob Reiner and his wife executed in their homes, right? And this is going to be the result. Now, the LAPD is a notoriously corrupt organization, and they'll take their marching orders from the national security state. So you'll never know the truth of this matter. You will never know the truth of this matter, ever. They already have it under wraps. As you can see, this is all about containment at this point. You'll never know the truth. It will always be speculation. Always. And that's just another example of how dishonest America is. It's just a completely inauthentic, dishonest, criminal entity, America at this point. So, director-actor Rob Reiner has been a prominent and vocal critic of Donald Trump, frequently calling him mentally unfit or an autocrat and childish, advocating for his removal from office and warning about threats to democracy, while also creating groups like the Committee to Investigate Russia to look into alleged links between Trump's campaign and the Kremlin, all part of Reiner's consistent support for democratic causes. Now, I would suggest all you researchers out there look into this and see if this is the handiwork of Russia as well. This could be one of those things where Russia and Trump intersect, and Trump puts the word out there that, he has a list. He has a list of people he wants silenced for good. And Russia collaborates with him on this list, and they do in Rob Reiner. I've already told you there's approximately 3,500 Russian scumbags in the United States operating sex trafficking rings. 3,500. The FBI knows about them. They've investigated them, and they're just watching them do it. They continue to operate unabated. It could have been any one of those anybody within that network that it could just taken the charge here, the order from Putin's Russia to do this, and this is being done as a favor to Donald Trump. You push our Ukraine capitulation plan, peace plan, Donald Trump, and we'll take care of some of your enemies for you. Rob Reiner. We'll use Rob Reiner as the example. So look for a Russian hallmark within this execution of Rob Reiner and his wife. Look for Russian hallmarks. Look for a Russian signature in this. So, mental fitness. Reiner stated Trump is mentally unfit and incapable of understanding government, according to reports in Variety and the Hindustan Times. Okay. Autocracy warnings. He warned the U.S. was sliding towards autocracy under Trump, calling him a malignant narcissist and citing potential control of media and military as autocratic tactics. Committee to Investigate Russia. Reiner founded this group to gather information on potential Kremlin ties to the Trump campaign, aiming to inform Trump voters. Treason allegations. In 2018, he accused Trump of committing treason. Media accountability, expressed concern that the press wasn't holding the Trump administration accountable. He's a well-known Democratic activist, having supported candidates like John Kerry, Al Gore, and Hillary Clinton. He actively campaigned against California's Proposition 8, banning same-sex marriage, and for Proposition 10, early childhood development. And this one's interesting. Interestingly, Reiner's wife, Michelle Singer Reiner, was the photographer who took the iconic image of Donald Trump for the cover of his book, Trump, The Art of the Deal. Interesting little tie to Trump there. So, did Donald Trump order this hit? Most people are going to call this TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. And I don't think it is. The insanity that's before us all emanates from Donald Trump. He's deranged. And MAGA, his followers, are deranged. And the left's disingenuous reaction to Donald Trump is equally deranged. It's calculated, but it's equally deranged. Could Donald Trump and his henchmen have done this? Could Donald Trump and his collaboration with Russia be responsible for this? Absolutely. Donald Trump has pretty much held up a sign saying, "My enemies are a field day for you. Have at it. Go get them." That's effectively what he's told these half-cocked psychopaths that are his supporters. It's a field day. You'll get a pardon from me. Have at it. Do it. Do the do, baby. Do it. That's what Putin does in Russia. He sends the message. You can target this guy. Go for it. Have at it. And that's plausible deniability. He sets the ground for it. They do it. He says, I never ordered such a thing. And technically, that's true, but effectively, he did order such a thing. And same here. Trump, if he had his druthers, America would be Putin's Russia. In other words, run just like Putin's Russia. And this is the kind of crap that happens in Putin's Russia. Anyway, That's it. I thought let's bring this to your attention. This struck me today, and this is the first thing that came to mind. So, yeah, this is Trump derangement syndrome. Trump is deranged. He's deranged enough to do this. In fact, he's deranged enough to have done this, and I think he has done this in the past. So, yeah, you're damn straight, TDS. This MAGA cult surrounding him, this pedo cult who worships a pedophile and Donald Trump, they are deranged, every bit as he's deranged. So yeah, what do you think? Did Donald Trump order this hit on Reiner and his wife? It's plausible and probable. Quite probable, in fact. So that's it for now. Take care, offenders. Goodbye.